Hey guys, and welcome to WordsAtScale. So lately I've been in a mood of questioning everything that I know about SEO, even though I'm doing okay. That was one of the reasons I started this series here, which is 5 old school SEO tactics that the jury is out on. And I've run a poll, and you guys are interested in LSI keywords first and foremost. And I'm still collecting the data, so I did all the necessary optimizations, and I'm just waiting for the data to show, and it's going to take a few weeks. But I wanted to have another go at it, and another reason for me questioning the LSI and tools like Surfer and NeuroWriter is that it looks great on paper when you get this high of an SEO score. But what I just couldn't deal with is the fact that the 3 channels that I watch a lot, the income stream servers, Jesse Cunningham and Julian, they never talk about LSI keyword tools. So if you go to income stream servers, you go on search, and then you just type in Neuron, you'll get nothing. So you will get some related videos, but I can tell you right now that you won't get any NeuroWriter video as well. So let's go to Jesse's channel and do the same. And he talks about LSI keywords and entities, but I've never heard him talk about Surfer SEO on NeuroWriter. Same with Julian, and I even asked him this question a while ago. Why doesn't he talk about these tools? But if you go to my channel, for example, so let's be transparent here. I have this video here, Surfer AI Alternative. I have this video here, and quite a lot of videos for you to watch on how you can get your SEO score as high as 80, 90. And these videos do well, so that's one of the reasons, other reasons I'm recording them. But I wanted, before my own experiment again is out, that's going to be a few weeks, I wanted to run another experiment with which is more on a data science side of things. I picked 5 keywords from NeuroWriter. So this one is 0 competition, this one is 26 competition, this one is 75, this is 10, and this is 22, so quite a diverse group of keyword difficulties. And the way NeuroWriter works is that if you go to top analysis, you get this breakdown, you get URLs, their rankings, and then different things to evaluate, like content score, like domain authority, like credibility, like word counts. And I decided to run a little experiment, so I chose 30 entries, so we have enough observations. And what I did, and you can repeat this process in your GPT-4. So what I did, I exported the file, and as you can see, this file contains all the information. Then I went to ChatGPT, code interpreter. I inserted this file here, and I ran this little prompt, which is run linear regression based on the data, dependent variable Google rank, independent variables content score, domain authority, word count, and content readability. So once again, I wanted to check these guys here, which is basically the LSI optimization, then the domain authority, then we got the content length, even though I'm pretty sure that is not a ranking factor, and readability. And this is what I get back. So basically, there's going to be an iterative process, and ChatGPT is going to most likely clean up the data first. All right, let's start by loading the data from the provided Excel file. Once we have the data, we'll proceed with linear regression analysis. The data has been successfully loaded. It seems there are some missing values in the columns we are interested in, such as content score and content readability. Okay. It's basically saying that sometimes with the NeuroWriter you get missing values, like here, for example, there is no content score, or here there is no readability score. But since we have 30 entries or 30 observations, we should be able to build a decent model, even though this is not statistically significant, and the sample size is only like 5 articles here. But we should be able to get some information from this. So basically, for those of you familiar with statistics, what it's suggesting is that since we have missing values, there are a few things we can do. We can fill it with mean or median value, and I don't want to do that because that's going to mess up the whole data. We can use predictive filling, and the sample size, again, the number of observations is not enough for that. or we can drop rows with missing values, and I will do that. So basically, whenever there is a missing value, we'll just delete all those numbers altogether. After dropping rows with missing values, we have 29 rows remaining in our data set. Nice. Okay, now let's say that it's found this non-numeric value, which is none, and it's going to drop this row as well. And basically what we're trying to do, we are trying to find what the impact is of these factors here on the dependent variable, which in our case is Google rank. And we are asking ChatGPT to express this impact in percentages. So first I'll load the data from the provided Excel. The data set contains various columns: dependent variable Google rank, dependent variables content score, domain authority, word count, and content reliability. Then it's talking about how it's going to remove some values that don't have numbers or numerical values. And then the actual model that it built, it's pretty good. So the R squared is 67, which is pretty good. And what I'm interested in are the coefficient values and the p-values. So from what I can deduce, the coefficient is negative. So it means that by every improvement of the content score, the rank is going to decrease, so improve. Then the domain authority acts the same way. The word count has no relation, so it has a slightly positive effect. So if anything, the Google rankings are going to get worse as you improve the word count. And then the content reliability, it has a very positive impact on Google rankings as well. However, if you go to the level of p-values, then only the content score is somewhat reliable. So what I ended up doing is actually I picked another 5 of the keywords with the varying keyword difficulty. Then I fed them all into advanced data analysis, and the prompt was run correlation analysis between on-site content score and Google rank for each of the files and express in a table. And this is what I got. So the interesting part is that every single time the relationship was negative, meaning that whenever you improve the content score, the rankings will decrease or improve. And then I inserted everything in this table here. So the average correlation is 40%, negative 40. And there are some instances where the content score had a larger impact on the rankings. Again, correlation is not causation, but this is something to think about. So we have values like negative 82, 58, 45, 45, 65. And then what I was interested in is whether the impact of content score depends on the keyword difficulty as well. And my thinking was that if it's a low competition keyword, then content score is almost everything. And if it's a high competition keyword, then other factors play into your rankings, like the backlinking profile, the domain authority, and whatnot. And I was kind of right. So this is negligible as far as statistical significance goes, but this is kind of interesting. So for the keywords with low competition, the average correlation was negative 49, with medium competition 40, and with high competition 10. So again, this is not statistically relevant, but this kind of proves my point that the higher your KD is, the less important the content score is, and vice versa. If you're targeting low competition keywords, then content score is extremely important. So I started this video by saying that my favorite YouTubers are talking about LSI keywords and entities, but they're not talking about paid tools like NeuroWriter and Surfer SEO. The big question was whether LSI keywords as a concept works, and I think it does work. And then the second, even more important question is that should you be paying for paid tools like Surfer SEO and NeuroWriter when you can do everything for free? And I ran this experiment a while ago and it shocked me, honestly. So if you go to NeuroWriter and if you choose our favorite Ken Docs in Longan, and then you just straight up paste every keyword that NeuroWriter suggests. And for those of you playing at home, the title and meta are pre-populated. This is why the default score is 20 and not 0. So if you just paste everything in, and you will see that everything will turn to green, then your content score is 30. Obviously, if I add subheadings, if I add the body of the content, it's going to be much higher, but just look at the default score, which is 30. So let's delete that. And if I go to Perplexity and I run a very simple prompt like give me a list of 150 highly relevant LSI keywords for the seed keyword of Candoxidlongen, and I just copy this and paste it back into Neuron Writer, and I'll get rid of citations. I'll get rid of this little thingy here. We are getting actually a even better SEO optimization score than the default Neuron Writers. So what it tells me is that you do not need tools like Neuron Writer and Surfer SEO, and I've stopped using them a while ago. So you can just use free tools like Perplexity or Claude to give you a list of LSI keywords and use them when writing your content. But the main conclusion is that LSI/NLP/entities optimization does work. Yes, it's on a smaller set of data. So I had around 300 observations in total. So for each SERP, we had around 30 observations. And yes, it's not statistically significant, but I'm running another experiment, as I said. But I think this is something to be mindful of, that LSI keywords do work, and you do not need to pay for very expensive tools like Surfer SEO or Neuron Writer. So I hope you learned something new today. Hope this video was helpful. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.